This war represents a failure to listen.
Release your anger. Only your hatred can destroy me.
Something terrible has happened.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Anger, fear, aggression. The dark side of the Force I obey.
Let the past die. Kill it if you have to.
No, you're still holding on! Let go!
Biggest problem in this universe is nobody helps each other.
That's how we're gonna win. Not fighting what we hate. Saving what we love.
Hello, and welcome to Feeling the Force. I am your host, Alex.
And I am your other host, Sarah. And today we're going to be talking about joy in Return of the Jedi.
Yes. What do we do here on the podcast, Sarah?
We talk about emotions in the Star Wars universe.
Yes. And so we are on season 4. Or is it 3?
It's 4.
It's 4. It is.
We like to block out our third season.
Out our third season.
It was not very good.
Disgust was disgusting. But, all right. So we are on our 4th season and talking about joy in the Star Wars universe.
Specifically the Skywalker saga. We've been watching through each of the 9 movies with a core emotion in mind, this season being joy.
Correct. So if you are looking for the fear and anger, go check out our previous 2 seasons on any podcasting network.
Yes. But before we dive in,
we are from Minnesota, so there's a lot going on in Minnesota right now. And so with our full chest, we say, fuck ICE.
We believe in rebellion. We believe in fighting the Empire. We believe in fighting these atrocities. And that makes our community stronger and better when we fight for our neighbors and care for our neighbors.
Correct. And so, yeah, it's been a rough time for everybody here. But we have to keep pushing and keep fighting for those neighbors and the people around us because we care about them. And there is no, if they came for me, they will come for you. And if they come for them, they'll come for me. So.
Right. There's a lot of people afraid to leave their houses. We've had businesses closing. We've had schools going to distance learning. It's a really scary time. And even people who are full U.S. citizens are being taken and detained. So no one is safe. That's a false narrative. No one is safe.
Correct. And we also want to just reiterate, we just want to make sure everybody knows where we stand. And we need to use our platform to help those who do not have that platform and that privilege. We know we're probably a lot of you come here to be disassociate and be happy. And that's a great season to do this with, but we will be jumping back in there just right about now. But just wanted to make sure everybody knows where we stand, who we're standing with, so that there is no crisscrossed narratives. If you have watched Star Wars and you are for what is happening right now, you didn't watch Star Wars. The U.S. has always been the Empire and always will be.
Fight fascism.
Fascism sucks. All right. But let's jump into our more joyous element and Return of the Jedi, because holy cow, is there a lot of happiness in this movie. I did not expect it.
I mean, when I think of it, I expected it because I'm like, you have the big celebration at the end of the movie where you blow up the Death Star. So I figured we'd get a lot of joy there. But there's so many notes I had leading up to that. So this is going to be a really interesting discussion and where we get joy throughout Return of the Jedi and not just the grand celebration at the end.
Yes, very much agreed.
So we'll do our traditional 3 parts. Our first part will be looking at our main protagonists of Luke, Han, and Leia. Our second part will be the Jedi versus the Sith. And then our third part will be the kind of general good guys versus the bad guys. So that's the rebellion folks as the good guys, and the bad guys would be the Empire and bounty hunters and affiliates.
I could almost do the bounty hunters as their own section this time.
Yeah, because we have everybody in a Jabba's palace.
Right, but let's not break it up that too much.
No, it's 3 parts. 3 is a magic number. We got to stick to 3 parts.
It is I would agree.
Okay. So on to part 1.
Part 1.
All right. Who would you like to start with from our leading trio? My first instance from the leading trio is Han, if we want to kind of go with who appears first.
That's who mine is.
Okay, should we start with Han?
Sure. Mine isn't actual happiness from him. It's a mention of happiness.
All right.
Do you have happiness from him?
I think it's after what you're talking about. So you go ahead.
Okay, I have when Han is unfrozen from carbonite, and he says, "I know that laugh."
How
Jabba is laughing.
So how is that joy from Han?
It's not. I'm saying he's mentioning laughing.
Oh,
That's a joy.
Oh, he's picking
It's-
up on
picking
someone
on the word.
else's.
I'm telling, like we talked about the wording. We wanted to focus on wording and everything. You're right. No, so he's not happy. I know.
Oh, okay. That's where I was confused.
No. He's not happy, but he mentions somebody else's happiness.
Okay. That is all right.
You disagree? Okay.
Well, it's like, yeah, he's mentioning someone else's happiness, but it's not like that is an instance of Han being happy. That's an instance of Jabba being happy.
Correct, but we never asked. But we've written down when other people have noticed other people have been happy, or when things are not happy and they've said happy words.
Okay. Yep.
So that's why I brought that up. All right. Your first one.
I have when Han and Chewie are reunited in the prison cell.
I did not get happiness there at all.
I got happiness that they were happy to see each other. Their voices go up of like, Chewie, is that you? And just the general excitement in their voice, and they hug.
Yeah, one of them hugs. I'm not denying that Chewbacca is very happy to see Han.
I think Han
I'm
is
saying
happy.
Han is not happy.
I get Han being happy because of the way his voice pitches upwards.
I will fight that one.
Okay.
Because that one, to me, he's too scared.
Okay.
He has no idea what's happening. Like, and he's like, he sees Chewie. I guess maybe when he says his name at the beginning, but like, that's still too. So I'm like, no, I absolutely have. We'll go back to that, but I'm like, I have Chewie is very happy, but I did not have Han happy at all.
Okay.
He was very scared in that situation.
Alrighty. Then what do you have next?
I have, again, not pleasure, like not happiness, but I have Han saying Jabba won't get the pleasure of seeing them begging for mercy.
Yeah, you will get no such pleasures from us.
Pleasure from us.
Yeah.
That wasn't Han's happiness. Did you write that down?
I did.
Oh, why is that? That's Hans. He's mentioning Jabba's happiness.
But yeah, Han talks about not giving pleasure to Jabba.
And he won't give that pleasure. Yep.
Right. Then we have our big escape from Jabba on the sail barge. Lots of stuff happens.
I got no happiness there from Han.
I did not either, which makes sense. High stress situation. He's still coming out of carbon sickness.
Yep.
Makes sense. But I do get quite a bit of happiness from Han once we get towards where all the rebellion has met back up and they're getting their briefing.
Okay, you're loading in a lot there then, because I have that all broken up into different sections, different people.
Sure. But let's just start going through.
Okay, because I have Han smiles at Lando, calling him a general.
Yep, I have that.
Then I have Han smiles again when saying maybe they did ask him to be a general, but he isn't crazy.
Oh, yeah, and because he tells Lando, you're the respectable
you're the
one.
respectable one, too.
Yeah, so he's poking fun at Lando there.
Then Han smiles when Chewie volunteers.
Yes, for the shuttle crew, because he tells Admiral Akbar that his ground crew's ready, but he needs a shuttle crew. And so then Chewie's the first one to volunteer.
Yep. And then I also have that Han smiles at Luke volunteering.
I have Han smiling when Leia volunteers as well.
I don't have that. And I took that as he was just, she smiles, she's happy, and he's still looking and feeling things. But I didn't.
So I have him smiling when Leia volunteers, and then Han smiles when he sees Luke. And when Luke says, I'm on board too.
Okay.
So lots of joy in seeing a friend and accepting a friend and having his friends support him on his mission.
Yep. Then I have Han smile as the shield is dropped for them when they're on the shuttle to Darien. And he's like, I knew it'll work.
Yeah, there was the tension of, are they going to buy the old codes?
And then he gets through and he's just like, I made it.
Yeah, to me,
I knew it was going to be, it was relief. But
he had
it'll work,
that pent-upness, and that's one of the ways to release that tension, that anxiety, that fear of this isn't going to work.
Yep, very much agree. Then I have Han smiles when Luke tells him to be quiet. When he's going after, when he's like, quietly. And he goes, hey, it's me.
I have impishly smiles.
Oh, impish? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very cheeky smile.
He's just like, hey, what are you talking about? It's me.
Of course I can do it. And then he blows it.
He blows it massively.
Yeah.
All right, what's your next one?
When Han and Luke see the Ewoks for the first time.
Yep. I have him smiling at seeing the Ewoks around them.
Yeah, so they
look too cute. I'm in my opinion. I think that's what not in what I think, but I think that's what he's just like, oh, these cute little teddy bears.
Well, I think because, so they had been trapped in the net. And so they're like, okay, somebody has trapped us. And so then you start probably thinking about, okay, well, who trapped us? And you're not expecting, waist height, teddy bear looking like creatures. Mm-hmm. So I think part of the smile is something is not meeting your expectations. And so you're just kind of trying to process of like, oh, what is this? Or like, maybe I'm not in as much danger as I thought because these aren't, creatures that look like Chewbacca or creatures that look like Bosk or another one of the kind of big, bad, brutish species in the Star Wars galaxy.
Sure. I then have Han smirk at 3PO being considered a god when he says that, when 3PO says like, I think I'm some sort of god. And then he smiles and smirks of like, no way.
I did not get that.
Okay. When's your next one?
When the Ewoks have brought Luke and Han back to their village for the feast. Han smiles when Leia comes out of the hut.
Correct. Yep. He smiles at seeing at Leia.
Yeah. Agree. Yeah. There's the dual relief of one, knowing that she's safe, and two, that, oh, she's here. She can get us out of the situation.
Yep. I don't know about that.
I took it as that.
I did not take it that she could get them out. I took it as like just the relief because they had been searching for her.
Right.
And he's just like, and then they got picked up by these guys, and he's like, okay, now I don't have to worry about her. Like, she's not out there all on her own.
Yeah, she's okay.
She's okay. That's I got that relief. I didn't get that she can get them out of it.
Sure.
Because then he nervously laughs at seeing the torch come to light him on fire.
That's a good catch.
And then then starts blowing on it. And I'm like, but it was a it was a laugh.
Yeah, a nervous laugh is still a laugh.
It was a nervous laugh. That wasn't a happy laugh. It was I don't know what to do here. And also I think to ease the tension a little bit to the audience as well. Because I'm like, in reality, I don't know if he would be laughing there.
Well,
like, it's the tension of like, aha, there's fire. And so like, and then to have him blowing on it again, I think that is a director's choice or a writer's choice to try to ease the tension a little bit more of the audience, of like, he's not in that much danger.
Yeah, of the blowing on it. I think the nervous laughter is a very like valid response, because there's a lot of people when they're in stressful situations like that will laugh.
See, I agree with you that happens, but I'm just like, to me, it's too dire for that situation.
Oh,
but
okay.
I'm like, but I'm like, I think it's put in there for the audience, is my opinion. But it is that we'll never know that. And then your next one
is after 3PO proves, quote unquote, he's a god, and they're all let free. Han hugs and kisses Leia
as he smiles.
Yes.
Okay.
So he's very happy to see Leia. He's happy to be free. So.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
My next one is that Han smiles when they are accepted into the tribe. And he says, just what I always wanted.
I have that too, but I want to point out it is definitely a fake smile. It is not a genuine smile on his part. Like it's a nicety that he is smiling.
What do you mean?
So, like, you see the smile in his lips and his mouth, but that doesn't go up to his eyes. And that was one of the things we talked about in our introductory episode, that a genuine smile is both your facial muscles and what goes on around your lips, but that the smile goes up to your eyes and how your eyes crinkle.
I've never understood that.
Okay.
So I've never understood somebody who's like, oh, the smile doesn't go to your eyes. I'm like, how do you know that? I've never gotten that. So I disagree a little bit. I think there is happiness in there, like relief and like happiness. Like, don't get me wrong. I think there is like the joke of like, oh, just what I always wanted. Like,
because it's not genuine.
That's not genuine. Like, I don't think it's like fully genuine, but I think there is like okay, good. Like, as he says later, like, short help is better than no help. Like it's the joke of like at least there's some they're going to help us a little. Like they're like at least they're going to help. So I think there was a piece of that. So that could be me throwing in my own interpretations.
But that's why we do this podcast, right? Is we have different interpretations of what this is.
But yeah, so I think there was a little bit of like happiness there. But like, no, I very much agree that a lot of it is like, oh, cool. There's these, what help are they going to be? I don't know, but at least there's something.
Yeah. My next instance is the next day, and Chewie, Han, and Leia go down with the Ewoks to look at the shield generator place or whatever. And Han smiles when one of the Ewoks distracts the troopers by stealing the speeder bike.
Oh, see, I have one before that.
Oh, okay.
But yes, I have him smiling again. Same instance. So yes, they're at the back door of the because the Ewoks show him the back door of the shield generator. But then he smiles that they will take the bunker real quiet, like when Leia says, "Oh, there's only 4 of them," and he's like, Leia goes, "Oh, it only takes 1 of them to set the alarm," and then he does like a little smile, like, "Well, then we'll do it real quiet," like. Whether it was genuine or not, like it might be one of those like sneering kind of smiles, but it was. I got a smile out of it.
I will say I did not get a smile out of that. I got him like Leia was testing his patience, so I got that as like I'm holding back my frustration in that moment.
I don't disagree, but I think there's a smile there. That's him trying to be like, "You're my girlfriend," me
like forced. Like
I'm trying to help. I'm trying to like this is what we'll do then. Like
okay,
so.
Oh man, I've heard that tone of voice before.
You have sometimes when I've had to deal with stuff. But then yes, I would agree that he smiles at the one Ewok distracting 3 guards.
Yeah, and to me that's more of a genuine smile.
Genuine. He's like, oh my gosh, now there's only 1 left. Like
he's like, way to go, little guy.
Way to go. Yeah, no, he's very happy about that.
Okay. Then we start to get into the Battle of Endor.
I mean, I don't have Han smiling till like the end of the Battle of Endor. So, ish.
And ish. That's what I have too. So I have next Han smiling when he sees Leia with the gun.
Yep. And says, "I love you."
And she says, "I know." When they flip the classic.
Flip the classic. Yep.
So Leia then takes out the troopers that were coming up behind Han.
And then I have Han smiling at Leia after she shoots the stormtroopers. I then have Han smiling again after seeing, and kind of laughing a little bit, after seeing Chewie in the AT-ST.
Yeah, because he thought that they would cornered again.
Got him cornered again, and then he goes, like that relief and the like happy, like, Chewie! Like, I didn't say it right, but like that, you got like the happiness out of his tone and everything.
There was relief and surprise.
There was relief and happiness and surprise. Yeah. And then I have him also smiling again when he has an idea about opening the bunker. He goes like, "Oh, wait, I got an idea," and he gets that little smirk of like,
yeah, it's like the half
smile, like I got that little smirk of like, old Han, old buddy's got a plan.
Yes. So then I have Han smiling again when his plan to lure all the Imperials out works, when they all come running out.
I did not get that. I thought about it. To me, it was more of a shrug, but I could see.
I was going to say the image of...
That is my
your image for who shot first. I get a little bit of a smile there. It's like a shrug and a smile of like, hey, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? So, no, I'll accept it. I then don't have Han happy until the very second to when he kisses Leia.
I was gonna say, so the Death Star has now blown up.
Yep, and like everything, and he's like, oh, and she's all stuff, and they're talking about Luke, and then she finally kisses him, and he smiles, and he's all super happy.
Yeah, and that's a genuine smile. Yep. He realizes that they get to be together.
And then I have 3 separate occasions at the big party that Han smiles and is happy.
I have one before that.
Okay.
So it's right after Han and Leia kiss when Han is bandaging up her arm. Wicket comes over and Han hugs Wicket.
I counted that with him smiling.
Oh, okay.
So like that to me wasn't, that was one instance.
Okay. So Wicket comes over to celebrate and Han hugs Wicket.
And they're hugging.
Yep.
Yep.
So then at the big party, the victory celebration, I have Han and Lando hugging and smiling.
Mm-hmm.
I have Han and Luke with a big hug and a smile.
Mm-hmm.
What's your last one?
I don't know. It's just big smiles.
Oh, just big
Like
smiles.
I didn't keep track of each one.
I
was
did
like,
my
there's
best.
too many of them.
I
was
did my
just like,
best.
No, I just wrote down all the main names and then wrote down like ticks of like there was happiness.
Mhm.
So, like, there's too much happening. Like
Yeah, everyone
we
is
would have
very
been literally
happy.
pausing every like couple seconds to write down the instance. So
Yeah.
it's just like I'm not doing that.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
alrighty then. That went quicker than I thought it would, but that's fun.
That is Han.
Right. What are we doing next?
Let's do Leia.
All right.
So I first have Leia expressing joy at the death of the Rancor.
I would agree at this instance. I don't think I took it as a different meaning.
I don't think she was necessarily happy that the Rancor died, but she's happy that Luke's safe.
Yes, that's what I wrote because I'm fascinated. This is not a criticism of like the way that's how you wrote that down of like the death of the Rancor, right? You wrote that down that way?
Yeah, I said Leia smiles when Rancor dies.
Yeah, because I wrote it down as Leia smiles and sighs when Luke survives. So like that I just find that very fascinating of like the different ways we clock that because I'm like because you as you're saying like you don't necessarily think she's happy that it's dead but that like Luke is alive.
Yeah, Luke is safe.
But I'm like just the way that you decided to write that down I think is fascinating.
Sure.
Not a bad way, but I was just like that's an interesting.
Yeah, the way we remember things.
That and okay, so yeah, I would agree that was my first instance of her.
Mm-hmm. Understandably, I don't think there's a lot of her being happy on the sail barge because she is a prisoner.
Correct, and slave.
Correct.
I then have Leia smiling as she volunteers for the command shuttle.
I do as well.
Yep.
So that's a bit of a jump.
And then I also have her smiling huge and hugging Luke when he comes back.
Into the
and volunteers in the briefing, but like she actually goes and hugs him versus Han does not.
Yes, I have that too.
Okay.
Then they're getting ready to board the shuttle and go try to get down onto Endor. I have Leia smiling at Han in encouragement as they leave, saying, come on, General, let's get going. Because he's having feelings about leaving the Falcon behind.
I think he's having feelings of mortality, but yes, I think, but that might also be me reading more into what Harrison Ford wanted to happen to the character. But yes, no, I would agree. I had Leia smiling while encouraging Han to start the mission.
Yeah.
Yep. Very much agree. I then there's a bit of a jump, but Leia smiles when she meets Wicket.
Oh, I have one before that.
Okay.
So, because we had talked about how Han says, hey, it's me, I can do it quiet. Like, I have Luke and Leia smiling at each other in a small amused response to Han's comment on that.
Oh, see, I saw it as annoyance.
Okay. Interesting. That they were annoyed that he said that?
Yeah. I was just like, because to me it was like Luke rolled his eyes and Leia was just like, of like, it's you. Like, because to me it was like Han saying like, hey, it's me. Of like, of course I can. And like, they're like, yeah, we know it's you. You're an idiot. Like, you're going to make it too loud.
Okay.
That was just how I read it. So
no, interesting. Yeah, I got a little bit of they're amused by his comment on that. But yes, then I do have Leia smiling at Wicket.
And then that's all the happiness I have.
Well, yeah, because she asks him to sit and eat. She's trying to show that she is safe and means no harm.
Because to me with that, like, there was a lot more curiosity. And like, maybe I think she was at a calm state, like, once she smiles and sees him. But I'm like, there was no, like, hey, this is a joyous occasion. Because she was just like, you're a curious little guy, aren't you?
Yeah, but
you're a curious little guy, aren't you? And,
right. And she's also trying to show that she's a safe person. So you're going to kind of put on your diplomacy
face and stuff like that. Yeah. So, no, I would agree with that.
So then we go to the Ewok village.
Village, and Leia smiles as she kisses Han when they're reunited.
Yep. So everyone is safe, and she's happy that they are all safe. I do want to point out, because we talked about Han's reaction to becoming part of the tribe. Leia doesn't have a reaction to being part of the tribe. We don't see her be happy at that response.
Right, because she's worried about Luke.
Yes.
She literally dips out the moment.
Yeah, because Luke dips out right away, and then she
Well,
sees...
she sees him and leaves, and because she's not with them when they're accepted.
She is.
No, she's not. She dips out before that. Just before.
No, I thought... Because
when
C-3PO finishes
stops,
tells
and
us...
then that's when she dips.
No, see, I remember it as C-3PO tells a story, then the Ewoks all converse. They're part of the tribe, and as soon as they've made that declaration, Luke dips out.
Oh, no, Luke is gone before they accept them. Luke is I will argue at least Luke is gone before they accept them. Maybe I will, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I was wrong, but I'm like, Han, like, Leia's there, and, like, she sees him go. Like, so C-3PO stops the story, and then that's when Luke slides out.
Oh.
And then she's staring off at him of like, oh, I should go look for him. And then C-3PO goes like, we're now part of the tribe. And then that's when she immediately, so like, she's more worried about Luke than being part of the tribe.
Okay.
But then I have Leia smiling as she talks about her mother.
Oh, I did not get that a smile out of that.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Even though she's talking about it like, yeah, my mother, like that, like she's just warm and happy, like she's warm and sunshine and like that part. Then she goes like, oh, but she was very sad, even though none of this is real. She hate.
No, I did not get Leia smiling or expressing joy in any of that conversation with Luke on the bridge.
Okay.
I next don't have Leia smiling until after she's wounded.
Yep.
So that makes sense for Leia. Like, we have the Battle of Endor. It's very tight, tense situations. But she smiles when she's injured because she's got the gun. Han says, I love you. And she smiles back and says, I know.
Right. Because that's the first time we've ever heard Han say he loves her.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then the Death Star blows up.
Yep. And then Leia laughs at Han for removing himself from the relationship.
Yeah, she's like, it's not like that at all.
And she's like, what? And then he's like, yeah, I'll go away. I won't be here when he comes back. I won't get in the way. And then she laughs. And then I have her smiling again when like he's still confused. 'Cause he's like, I love him. And he's like, okay. And she's like, no, it's not like that. And then it takes until she kisses him to get him to catch on.
What I do find it interesting is neither Han nor Leia like cheer or show joy when the Death Star explodes.
I don't find that weird because they're both thinking about Luke. Like that was Han's immediate response. I'm sure Luke wasn't on there, and Leia's just like, nope, he wasn't. I felt it, and I'm like, so that especially with Luke. Leia, I think, is also like feeling all of the death of like her, like Vader, and also just the rest of humanity, like all the people that died on the Death Star. So like that.
No, that's valid.
So like that one, I'm like, we didn't see her mourn her own planet, so I'm like, we're not going to see her cheer for the deaths of millions, if not billions, of people.
Yeah.
I then have Leia happy 3 times. At the party.
Yeah. So Han and Leia kiss. Han and Leia hug Wicket. Leia smiles and brings Luke back into the party after he goes off to chat with the Force ghosts.
Yep.
Luke and Leia hug. Have big smiles there.
Oh, you want to know where the last one was? Is it the end? Like the last scene when everybody's all standing together.
That's Carrie Fisher's laugh.
No, I know. But I'm saying, I'm saying when Han, you were like, what's the third one for Han? And I'm like, when everybody's standing there just smiling.
Oh, yeah. In that very
posed moment.
Sure.
But anyway.
And then the movie.
Happy there too,
yeah. So Leia's happy there too. And then the movie ends on a laugh. And I think it's Carrie Fisher's laugh.
Oh, I didn't get an actual laugh. You got a laugh?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear I didn't hear that. I think she might be laughing. Did you hear it or did you see it?
I hear it.
Oh, okay.
Because there's like a little bit of a ha 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 that comes over because John Williams' music is swelling and building to that crescendo as you get into the end credits. But I hear a laugh come in just before you go back to the Star Wars theme in the end credits.
Interesting. I've never. Also, just so everybody knows, we didn't mention this. We're watching the old version, the original version, not the Celebration and Jedi Rocks. So none of that's in here.
Yeah, no, we didn't watch the special edition.
No special
edition. Yeah, we should have mentioned that at the top.
We should have, but.
Well, if you made it this far, hey. All right.
Yeah, so now we are on to Luke.
Luke.
Our broody boy.
Oh, our broody boy. It's a good way to describe him. Because I don't have him happy. I have him happy once Jabba... So he's come to the palace, and Luke smiles as he threatens Jabba. This is the last mistake you'll ever make.
Agreed.
Which I'm like, this is really ominous.
That's dark.
Because, I mean, he comes into...
He's flirting with the dark side here.
Yeah, we talked about in previous seasons how he comes in, he's all in black, he force chokes the Gamorrean guards. We don't know where he's going. And so the first time we see him smile isn't a threat.
Yep.
It's dark.
Agreed. I then have Luke smiling and laughing as Han thanks him when he's leaving in his X-Wing.
Yes.
Over the radio.
Yes. So Luke is going back to Dagobah. Han and Leia are going back off to the rebellion, and Luke smiles when Han says, "I owe you one."
Yep.
And to me, that was a genuine smile that went up into Luke's eyes.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I very much agree. I do not know what you're talking about.
Okay. So then we have the briefing where they all volunteer to be shuttle crew, and I don't have Luke smiling or being happy in that whole scene. Because we talked about Leia being happy, we talked about Han being happy, but Luke doesn't show joy in that scene.
No, because she's like, what's wrong? Well, because Leia asks him, like, what's wrong? So, like,
pretty immediately,
he's still dealing with the revelations he had from Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
I have him smiling, Luke smiling when they meet the Ewoks, similar to Han.
So I have before that, because I had talked about when Han smirks and says, "Hey, it's me, I can do it real quiet, like," or whatever.
That's right.
That Luke and Leia give a small amused smile to each other. So I still have that, and I know you don't view it as that, but I do have them smiling at each other there. And then I have Luke smiling again after the speeder chase when they meet the Ewoks. It's a smile of, like, wonder and surprise. Mm-hmm.
I then have Luke smile and suppress a laugh when 3PO says it wouldn't be proper to impersonate a deity.
Yes. Luke finds it funny and is trying to hide that fact because Han is pissed.
Han is mad but Luke is like puts a hand over his mouth and is trying to suppress the laugh.
Mm-hmm.
I then have Luke smiles as he is released from the Ewoks after he's cut off, and then he hugs Leia.
Yep. I have that as well. Then
we're on the Death Star for me.
Yes, because we had already had our discussion that Luke leaves prior to being accepted into the tribe, so there's no joy there. There's no joy then in his conversation with Leia on the bridge. There's no joy in his conversation with Vader on the bridge. So we're on the Death Star. I
have Luke smile at the Emperor as they meet, and he says, "I'll be dead, and soon you with me. Soon I'll be dead, and you with me."
I do not have that.
I have him smirking.
Okay.
Because he's like, this is all a deploy tactic, or there's a delaying tactic, and my friends are gonna kill the battle station. Because he was like, I'm gonna subtly jab at you that, like, I know things that you don't, and then the Emperor immediately shuts that down.
So is that a smile, like a threat when he made it to Jabba?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. I then also have Luke smiling as he tells the Emperor his overconfidence. He says, your overconfidence is your weakness. And then Emperor immediately returns around and goes, your faith in your friends is yours.
I did not catch that.
Luke smiles at that one too. Then I don't have him smiling until the party.
I have him smiling as he flies away from the Death Star. It's a small smile when he escapes the Death Star in the nick of time, because he flies out of the bay right as the kind of fireball hits it, and I get a very small smile from him there.
I took that more as a sigh of relief.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah,
I can
so
see it.
kind of that combination there. And then we're at the party in the Ewok village.
I have 3 times where he's happy. Yep.
Yeah, so Luke and Leia hug. Han and Luke hug. Luke smiles at the Force ghost.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're all in their posed scene at the end.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
What do we think about that?
About what?
Our main characters.
Oh, it's fascinating. Our Jedi was not too happy this episode.
No, but I mean,
And-
Luke is grappling with a ton of stuff.
Right. Well, that's the funny thing of like, 'cause it's called Return of the Jedi, and you're like, there is the chance that he doesn't return throughout this movie. So you're like, you kind of gave away the ending with the title, which I'm not opposed to, but I'm just like, 'cause I'm like, there's a lot of times where Luke is walking the line,
Flirting with the dark
flirting
side.
with the dark side.
Yeah.
And you're like, is he going to cross? And you're like, well, no, because Return of the Jedi. You're not going to call it Return of the Jedi without that.
Yeah.
And then that might have been why he named it that. So you're like, you don't have that chance of like, okay, we know how it's going to end, even though, because like that's the thing, like everyone talks about how this movie is so happy, and like, yeah, we see a lot of joy in it, but like there's so much other stuff under the surface that we see.
Well, and I think that our joy is going to come more so from our other characters. It makes sense that our trio, we've had the character development with that throughout, and that we get our joy and comic relief moments, which are needed in a movie like this from our other characters.
Mostly, yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree.
So let's move on to part 2.
On to part 2.
So we have the Jedi and the Sith.
We're doing them first? I thought we did them second.
No, we do.
Oh, no. You're right.
Yeah, yeah. So I say we do Jedi first because it's pretty much only Obi-Wan and Yoda we have for our Jedi representatives.
Correct.
And they're in the first third of the movie. And then we can get into some of the juiciness.
Juiciness of the bad guys.
Yeah. So let's start. I will say I did not have any joy from Obi-Wan.
For Obi-Wan, none. No, I only have one instance of Jedi joy.
Samesies.
Yoda laughing at his 900-year-old joke.
Oh, see, I have Yoda chuckling when Luke calls himself a Jedi.
Okay, so there's 2 then. Because like I thought maybe I didn't. I wanted to hear that, but I didn't. I heard it more as a cough, but I wanted to hear it. I looked for it. So there you go. 2 instances then, because he laughs at his own joke of like 900-year-olds. How do you look?
No, that's true. Yeah, he does that, and then Luke says, "Then I am a Jedi," and Yoda goes,
It's like maybe it was a. Yeah,
it may have started as a laugh and turned into a cough.
Into the cough.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah. So
If you're
2 instances. Again,
way to go, Yoda.
He turned into the Jedi Master, and all of his joy disappeared.
Yep. All right, but then let's go on to our villains, our Sith.
Okay.
Lord Vader.
Yeah, he talks about joy at the very beginning.
Yeah, in our first scene. He tells the officers to skip the pleasantries.
Dispense with the pleasantries.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So that's a turn of phrase.
That's a phrase.
But just
Luke Vader's not happy in this, and he's like basically telling him like, stop trying to blow smoke up my butt.
Yeah.
And be nice.
Yeah.
This is basically the opposite of joy, but the Emperor does not share your optimistic appraisal. I have optimism as a joy.
As a joy.
And so.
Okay.
I wrote that down as well.
Okay.
And then that's all I got for Vader.
I was trying to see, do I have at the end anything for Vader? And I do not.
It depends on if you call Anakin Vader.
Right. So that gets to be a bit of a gray area because the Force Ghost smiles back at Luke at the very, very end. And then I'm trying, like, when Luke takes up Vader's mask.
He does not smile.
Off.
Nope, he does not smile at all because he's dying and he's like, tell your sister that I was right.
Yeah.
That you were right. Because again, he's also sad that he's like, no, go.
Well, and his face is still partially obscured from the bottom part of the mask.
There's not a smile
there.
There's no smile.
Okay. Yeah. So the question mark of the Force Ghost at the end would be the only one, depending if
What
you
do
want
we
to
call it? I guess.
Anakin or Vader.
Well, I guess we go back to the Jedi. Go back to the Jedi. Then I have.
Oh yeah, Obi-Wan and Yoda. They all
both
smile there.
and Anakin smiles. So
Yeah.
Okay.
So they all smile there at the end
because the galaxy's doing.
The galaxy is saved.
So sorry. Back to that part. So then I guess there's 5 instances of Jedi.
Okay.
That's more.
Yeah.
All right. Now I want to jump into the juiciness that is
The Emperor.
The Emperor.
Yeah. When we so a little peek behind the curtain when we finished watching this movie, Alex was just like, I want to talk about the Emperor.
Yeah.
So you have the floor, my love.
Oh no, I want you to start.
Oh, you want me to start?
Whenever. But
okay.
It doesn't matter. I can't remember.
So my first instance with the Emperor is when he first boards the Death Star. He comes into the Death Star and he's conversing with Vader on the progress. And the Emperor laughs and says, everything is going the way I have foreseen. And he laughs of
big maniacal laugh.
Yeah, big maniacal, happy, I am winning type laugh.
See, because that's the thing. Man, that's is that a happy laugh?
Well,
that's I'm not denying that it's a laugh and that we count it. But I'm
sure.
It does not sound happy. It sounds evil. It does not sound happy. And that's where we talked about this last time or in whatever you call it in anger of he's just always angry and he's always evil. And so I'm is it really? Does he ever really feel joy?
See, I think we could count it as joy for one of 2 reasons.
No. Okay. This is where I'm getting philosophical here, Sarah.
Okay.
I'm trying to say no, we are counting it as joy. But I'm saying is he really a happy person? It sounds evil.
But there's also just his tone of voice.
But that's what I'm saying. His tone of voice sounds evil. So do you think he's really happy?
Or are you trying to say he's incapable of feeling?
That's what I'm incapable.
Okay.
That's
I'm finally on the same train.
That's sort of okay. He's incapable of feeling it because he's so hateful. Because he's so filled with hate and anger that is that really yes, we're counting all the things that we see and hear as joy. But I'm that's what I want to talk about because the way he talks and he's just good. You're just he just sounds not happy. He just sounds evil. And so that's the philosophical piece I wanted to talk about because I'm just man, he does not sound happy. He gives off all the as we talked about all the symbols of yep, he's laughing, he's smiling, he's doing these things, but I'm he does not. If I just listened to that, him talking, I would not be yes, he's happy here, or is that kind of thing of I'm just he's not a good person, and it's very obvious that he's not a good person, and you're what is the point of happiness?
So I think if we're gonna kind of go down that path and say the Emperor is purely driven by anger, right? As a product of the Sith, as a master of the Sith, it's his anger that drives him. Is the only joy he feels. I don't remember the name of it, but it's there. When we were going through our intro to joy episode, we talked about there's a joy that is seeing pain in others.
Did we?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's why it's I kind of want to pull it up here.
Sure.
Because if that's the only joy the Emperor feels, then it is a joy kind of out of anger. When we talked in our intro episode, Schadenfreude is joy taken from the misfortune of others.
Okay. Schadenfreude. So okay.
So if the only thing that the Emperor feels is anger as a master of the Sith, and that is what is fueling him is this blind hatred, this blind anger, you would kind of sadistically take joy in the pain of others.
Correct. And that's when we see him happy. That's when we see the characteristics of joy. So I'm I totally forgot about Schadenfreude. So thank you for bringing that up because that, because that was my philosophical question. Because I'm dude is always angry. And dude just sounds angry even when he's happy. And so I'm just so yeah. And so he's taking that sadistic joy out of the unfortunate pain of others.
Right. Like
And so,
that.
yeah,
That's what
okay. So Schadenfreude. Okay, that's important.
Schadenfreude.
That's
Yeah.
important to know. All right.
Yeah. Thanks for the little detour there.
Sure. So then I don't have him happy. Again, we don't really see him a ton, but I don't have him happy until he meets with Luke
Right.
on the Death Star.
Right.
And so then Emperor smiles as he tells Luke that he is mistaken. I'm gonna take my father, and my father's here. And he's like, nope, you are mistaken.
Mhm.
Father is mine.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also have him smiling when Vader gives him Luke's lightsaber.
Yes.
And he says, a Jedi weapon, like your father's.
Yep.
And smiles.
Yep.
And then I have the Emperor laughing at Luke, thinking he doesn't know about the attack.
Yeah, that he shares that he set the rebels up for the trap.
Yep.
So yeah, to me that's totally Schadenfreude of like, I'm getting joy out of seeing you like come to this awful realization that your friends are all gonna die.
Yep. I mean, like the Schadenfreude continues because then he belittles the rebels on Endor of like, you pitiful little band.
The shield will be quite operational.
Oh, that was the second one.
Oh, okay.
Because on the penalty, it's like, I've got an entire legion of my best troops. And he's just like gloating and happy and smiling. And then, yes, of like, I'm afraid the ship will be quite operational when your friends arrive.
Mm-hmm.
Like being sympathetic and then instantly turning the smile on. You're like, that is Schadenfreude. Like,
yeah, he's mocking.
He's mocking you.
Yeah.
And wants you to be upset.
Yeah, he's mocking Luke in that moment.
And then I have like pure unaltered happiness and laughter when Luke takes his weapon and clashes with Vader.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just giggling because, again, I'm glad we looked that up because I think that's, again, Schadenfreude. Schadenfreude. I think that's, again, Schadenfreude because, he's pitting Vader, Anakin, and Luke Skywalker against each other. And, one of them has to die, and he's going to come out the winner. So he's just like, I'm getting the pain of Luke fighting his father, and then even if there is, because I think he knows there's issues with Vader, because he's like, strange how you have felt his presence. Are you sure your thoughts are clear?
Mm-hmm.
And so he's just like, well, if Vader is turning against me or being weak, Luke will kill him and take him, and if he doesn't, then Vader will kill Luke and become even more powerful. So
right.
He's covered. So he's enjoying that he's pitting them both. He thinks he's got it all won and that they both are against each other.
Right, because everything is going exactly how he wants it to. And that's one of the things we talked about early on is when you have these goals, right, of you want a new apprentice or you want to completely rule the galaxy and things are going your way, right. That creates joy because things are going the way that you want them to and the way that you expect them to. And so the fact that Luke picks up his saber and starts to duel with Vader is exactly what the Emperor wants.
Because the Emperor actually told him to do it. And
yeah.
He's like, no. And he's just like, you become more my servant as each passing moment.
Yeah, as you sit and you brood, as you sit and reflect, and Luke, you will succumb to your anger.
Yeah.
I have the Emperor laughing when Luke kicks Vader
down the stairs.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's pure Schadenfreude.
And then, but then he also, to me, it's also Schadenfreude of how at Luke's pain.
Yeah.
Because he says, Luke, he's like, let your hate, good, let your hate flow through you.
Yeah, because after Vader gets kicked down the stairs, Vader destroys the catwalk and sends Luke tumbling down. So it's like
that's a second. I had that as a second instance, but yes,
I do. They're back to back and they're separate instances. But the Emperor is getting what appears to be joy out of both Vader and Luke's pain.
Right, and and he wants them to hurt, and because then he wants to take advantage of it.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have him laughing as Luke just after Luke cuts off Vader's hand.
Yes.
And says, your hate has made you powerful.
Yes.
And so, again, the Schadenfreude of, your hatred has caused you to destroy your dad, and you're going to kill your dad.
But also, Vader's in a prone position, so Luke can strike the killing blow. And that's also what Palpatine wants.
It is. It's so funny. I guess we're going to side tangent right here.
That's
because
fine.
I'm and I don't know if we've talked about this before, but I'm if Palpatine just shuts up, Luke turns to the dark side.
Yeah.
Like, multiple times.
I think we've had
like,
this conversation, but not on the podcast.
Not on the podcast? Okay, because I'm like, if he shuts up, like, Luke doesn't think things through. Like, it's because Palpatine is, and like, that is probably part of the message, that's probably part of the message of, like, because he's evil, he can't just let it go. He can't just let things happen.
It's his hubris.
It's his hubris, and he has to be the reason that he fell, not Luke's just doing his own thing. But I'm just like, man, like, if he had just kept his mouth shut of, like, your hate, just not saying your hate had made you powerful, and just, like, let Luke act. Like, there's a couple times where, like, Luke probably wouldn't have come back. It's because Palpatine goes in and goes like, aha, I'm the bad guy. You're now bad with me. And then Luke's like, oh wait, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, it's the devil on the shoulder speaking. And it's like, had the devil on the shoulder just sat quiet.
He would have gone into the dark.
Yeah.
So I found that fascinating.
Yes.
And then I have my last instance is the Emperor smiles as he tells Luke he will die.
Yes. So, like, that's
the ultimate Schadenfreude.
That's messed up.
I mean, it's messed up for the real world, but, like, totally makes sense for a Sith.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. No. If you see that in the real world, folks, you're dealing with a psychopath.
Sociopath.
Or a sociopath.
One of the two.
Yeah. Stay clear.
Stay away from those people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that was fun.
That was a lot of fun. I had fun with that. Thank you for discussing the Vader and Palpatine.
Yeah, we don't get to talk about Palpatine a ton in these movies.
It's usually this it's just about this one, or then Rise of Skywalker again. But
I was going to say, we have a little bit of the space before we get to Tross again. Thank goodness. All right, then let's go into part 3.
Part 3.
Our good guys versus our bad guys. Would you like to talk about our good guys first or our bad guys first?
I guess we can do our good guys first, because we haven't talked about Chewie yet.
Yeah, let's talk about Chewie. I like Chewbacca.
Chewbacca's really good. So I would say my first instance is Chewbacca being reunited with Han.
Yes.
He's very happy to see Han again and him being unfrozen from carbonite.
Yeah, so they're in Jabba's prison, but they are reunited.
Yep.
Yeah, that Chewie's very happy to see his. Then we've got the whole sail barge thing. There's not a lot of joy there, which is understandable.
I have Chewbacca laughing at the Ewoks, thinking 3PO is a god.
Oh, I missed that.
I got a little like a
Good
little
catch.
laugh there.
Good catch.
And then I have him laughing again after he destroys the AT-ST from his own AT-ST, after they've hijacked the AT-ST.
Yeah, so yeah, Chewie, he's happy he took control of it and then is destroying things.
And then as he destroys another AT-ST.
Yeah.
I distinctly saw him laugh there. And then I have him laughing. I have him cheering when the Death Star dies. So actually he cheers.
Yeah, he
He's
cheers.
actually cheering, showing that happiness. And then I have him happy 3 times in the party again.
Yes, Chewie and Lando hug. Wedge smiles and shakes Chewbacca's hand. And then they're all kind of at the party together.
Mm-hmm.
So not a lot of joy from Chewie, but we don't get as much Chewie in this movie, I feel, as we did in our previous 2. Or like he's there, but he's a lot more in the background.
He's a lot more in the background, and I also think he's more in the stressful situations. Like when when the pressure is released, we don't really see Chewie a lot.
No, yeah,
because I think he's around. It's just like he's off doing other things. And yeah, so.
All right,
you want to move to the droids?
Yeah, let's start with C-3PO.
Okay. Where's your first instance of happiness?
I have it when C-3PO is serving as the translator between Jabba and what we find out is Bounty Hunter Leia.
Yep. He agrees.
Yes, they agree
to the 35,000 bounty.
Yes, and to avoid being blown up by a thermal detonator. Mm-hmm. Which makes sense. C-3PO was very nervous going to Jabba's palace, gets basically captured or given as a gift, but then is now having to serve under Jabba the Hutt. Mm-hmm. So he's very afraid this whole time, but then he avoids death in this one instance, and that is exciting.
Correct.
My next one is one that makes me laugh every time. C-3PO is excited that Luke comes. At last, Master Luke has come to rescue me.
Yep. He's like, he's here for me. He's not. He does not care about you at all, bro. And it's really sad that he doesn't, but yeah, no, Luke does not care about you at all.
No, it makes me laugh. She's like, oh yeah, he's here for me. Never mind the fact that Leia's here, that Chewie's here, that Han is still frozen in carbonite at that point here.
No, he's come back for me.
Yeah.
I then don't have C-3PO happy until they become part of the tribe of the Ewoks. I have him being happy of like, we are now part of the tribe, and he's happy.
Oh,
that they got that.
That's a good catch. Because yeah, he's not happy when he gets called a god. He's not happy to like be thrown up in the air.
Correct.
He's really worried, honestly, this whole movie.
Yeah, I don't have anything else after that. Oh, I guess I have him celebrating with the Ewoks at the party.
Well, I have him celebrating at the destruction of the Death Star.
Destruction of the Death Star.
Yeah, the Death Star explodes, and he's cheering
and dancing with the Ewoks.
Yeah. Yep. So, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. C-3PO is our nervous, anxious character.
He's also a droid. He shouldn't feel things.
But yet he does. Droids' rights.
Yeah, slavery. Fun.
All right, then let's shift over to R2-D2. I also don't have a ton for R2-D2.
Neither do I.
So I have a question mark next to these two.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me what you think. These are both on Jabba's sail barge. So I have R2-D2 humming as he's tootling around being a server on the barge. Is that him being happy?
I didn't take it as him humming. To me, like, again, because we don't know what he's saying, we don't know if he's humming or if he's saying something. So no,
yeah,
he's beeps and whistles. So like, there's certain times when you can say like maybe he's doing that, but I'm like, to me, I did not get that.
No, there are times where the sound crew makes it very intentional of like a happy whistle or a sad whistle. There's times we can definitely tell that.
Right.
But this is one where it's just like, I'm not quite sure. I get more of a happy or excited beeping when he jumps off the sail barge.
I did not get that.
And so I'm like, is that him kind of being like Geronimo? And like,
to me, it was Geronimo, but it was not like a happy to me.
I'm just like here we go.
Like, here we go. I did get him being happy, like, da-dee, when they got picked up by the magnets.
Yeah. And
that I did have, but I did not.
He's like, hey, it worked.
Like, hey, we're going.
Yep. And then I don't have him happy until the Death Star blows up.
Oh, I do.
Oh, what do you have before that?
I think I have a couple of, yeah. So I have R2-D2 laughs at C-3PO calling himself a god.
Oh, when he interprets from the Ewoks?
Yeah, or I'll just like when he gets, like when they meet the Ewoks again. Like,
sure.
I think everybody in that is laughing at him like, ah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also have R2-D2 is happy to be a member of the tribe. Like,
okay.
He's like, again, the tweets of, yay. Like, I got that.
I missed that.
And then, yeah, R2-D2 shares the Death Star's death. Yep.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah. So not a lot from our droids.
Nope. All right. How about Lando?
Yeah, let's do Lando. So I get no joy from Lando at all on Tatooine.
Correct. I would agree.
He's undercover.
Yeah.
Then he nearly falls into the Sarlacc pit.
Mm-hmm.
So very tense and stressful situations.
Correct.
But I have Lando smiling at Han when Han calls him the respectable one.
Yes. I think we both have this kind of the same situation because I have it. He smiles as he's talking about the Battle of Tanab.
Yeah.
Which is the same situation.
Yeah.
Different by a second or two, but yep. I then have Lando laugh at Han when he's worrying about the Falcon.
Yeah.
It's like, get on, you pirate.
Get going. I'm going to take care of her.
She won't get a scratch.
Mm-hmm.
Then he kind of disappears for a lot of the movie.
Well, then, I mean, he also is on the Battle of the Death Star, but
that's what I'm saying. Like,
he
disappears and, yeah.
Well, is it like we see him, but he's very tense and stressed because the shield is supposed to be down and it's not. So,
but yeah, then I have him laughing as they attack the Death Star. I'm like, I knew he could do it.
Yeah, when the shield finally goes down, he says,
I told you they'd do it.
Yeah.
He's laughing as it happens.
Yes.
And then I think we get one of the most pure forms of joy when Lando yeehaws as he escapes the Death Star's explosion.
Agreed. Like
he's just like, yeah! And like, you haven't ever really heard that kind of joy and relief and happiness.
I mean, there's this huge, genuine smile on his face. And like, to me, he kind of like shimmy shakes, tries to dance a little bit in his seat. Like, understandably, he's constrained in, but like, he just like has so much joy. He has to like shake it out to try to get it out.
Right. Because like, I don't know if you noticed, but like, I very much noticed before, like, as he's escaping, like, he's very locked in.
Oh,
like,
yes.
Because you can see out the viewport, like the flames are coming around the Falcon. So he's just like, I am zoned in. We are getting out. And then once they're out, he's just like, oh my gosh, we made it. Like,
right.
Yeah,
There's so much
release.
Yes.
Happiness. Yeah.
Yes.
And then, again, I have him 4 times happy in the party, because he's the one actually like comes in, gives a big huge hug, and then also like at the end of I'll mention that of like, I find it funny is that at the end of the movie he's the one back there clapping. Like, you can see him just in the last shot, just like, hey, we're clapping with the music. Like, yeah, I like that.
Yeah. All right, can we talk about Wicket?
Yes. Are we going to talk about him specifically and not the Ewoks separately, or are we going to talk about them all together?
Well, let's talk about them all together. I have a
There's
few
there's not a ton of Ewoks happiness, but there is a few.
Yeah.
So first instance I would say is Wicket chirps and perks up when Leia offers him food. That's my first instance of happiness from Wicket.
Yes.
Okay.
Then I have Wicket is happy to hurt the troopers, and because he like pumps his spear up once he's hurt them in like joyous triumph.
Your definition of hurt, because I'm like, mine's the destruction of the troopers. Like, they're dead. They're not just hurt. Like,
permanently hurt.
Permanently hurt. But yes, no, I very much agree.
Then I get joy from all of the Ewoks and having a feast. When they bring Luke, Han, and Chewie back from the trap.
I did not get that. I saw you write it down, but like, to me, I didn't. It was I didn't get enough from it. Like,
to me, they were all cheering. There's hoops and hollers, and one of the Ewoks sings.
But
and so then to me that's an expression of joy. They're happy that their trap was successful and they're gonna eat great meat tonight.
I guess. Like, I don't know. To me it was like, I don't know what that, like, we don't, especially with the hollering, like it's difficult for me because I'm like, we don't know what they're hollering at. We don't know if like, are they hollering that they're back, or is that just to me it was more of like, is that just the sounds of the village?
Yeah, we don't know what they're saying.
Like, that was where I struggled that piece. So that's sort of like, that was mine of like, I did not write that down because I was like the doo-doo-doo, because I'm like, is that happen? I know, I very know what you're talking about, but I'm like, is that happen? But I'm like, don't some people just sometimes, like, when you're working to make things go faster, just hum or make like sing a song? Like, that's to me of like, it wasn't like it didn't sound like a happy song. It was just like, and like, so that's why I didn't write it down.
Okay.
But I'll accept that.
All right.
Then I have Wicket is happy, snuggling against Han's leg and purring.
Yeah.
Actually purrs.
What a cutie pie.
What a cutie pie. Yeah, we definitely need a cat named Wicket.
It'd be pretty great.
It'd be pretty cute. Solo and Sabe won't be happy with it, so we'll have to wait. But who knows? There might be a foster Phil in our future.
We'll have to see. But then I have all of the Ewoks cheering and hugging when the group is made part of the tribe.
Correct. Agreed.
They're very excited. It makes sense.
Yep, because they've got new members. Yeah.
Yeah.
I then have the 2 Ewoks with Chewie in the ATST are laughing and happy, and especially so one of them actually like starts petting Chewie and like how happy he is.
I have one before that.
Oh, before that? Okay.
Yeah. I have the Ewok enjoying the speeder bike ride.
Nope, I do have that written down, but I missed that. Nope, you're right.
Yeah,
You're
so he
absolutely right.
steals the bike, and I
he's
think
like he's
he's
like,
enjoying.
Yep.
Yeah,
nope.
he's enjoying his
enjoying
joyride.
His joyride. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we have the Chewbacca and the Ewoks take control of the walker.
Walker, and one's actually like petting
Yeah.
Chewie as he's so happy. He's like, ah.
I did also clock that the Ewoks on the ground cheer when they recognize
Yes.
that this walker is shooting the other walkers so that it's been commandeered. And so they're cheering that of like, okay, this walker's taking out other walkers.
Yep. No, I have that written down as well.
Yep.
And then it's, to me, the ATSD, the destroy the ATSD is celebrated. Then there's another instance when Chewie is shooting stormtroopers.
Mhm.
And then the Ewoks in the ATSD are again, inside the ATSD are again happy.
Mhm.
And they're petting him.
Poor Chewie gets petted a lot.
That one, to me, though, I take more of like, since they're both, like, again, because they can both just immediately communicate with each other, I view it more as not like patronizing in any way.
No,
It
it's
was
more of a
like,
species similarity.
the species narrative, like, yeah, like, it's like, hey, I like to be petted, so I'm going to pet somebody else when I feel excited, that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
That's how I'm like, no, I got no patronizing out of that.
Yeah.
Unlike the other ones, where humans pet
Chewie. Yeah. Then I have the Ewoks cheering when the Death Star explodes,
Correct. I would agree.
which makes perfect sense. Then the Ewoks are all dancing in celebration.
And then Wicket is happy and interrupts Han and Leia.
Yeah, he comes in
He comes in and becomes the third wheel.
Yep. Basically, it's like, hey, Mom and Dad, look.
Hey, look. And they're like, hey, we're about to go do things. Go away.
Yep, pipsqueak.
Yep.
But then we have a really cute moment in the kind of the bonfire celebration where Wicket pats and hugs R2-D2.
Yep.
It's a very cute moment.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I have a couple, I think I have like one 9-nub.
I have 9-nub laughs.
Yeah, I've got a couple of 9-nub moments, and I think that's the end of my
Yep, I have two.
good guys.
So I have the Lando, or I have 9-nub laughs when the shield generator goes down.
Yep.
And then I have him laughing again when they get outside of the Death Star.
Yes.
Like basically reacting to Lando,
Yes.
essentially.
Basically.
Yep.
Which both make perfect sense.
Yep.
All right. Last but not least, our bad guys.
Hard.
Let's start with the Empire, because I feel there's fewer of those instances, and then we can just kind of have like our focus session on Tatooine and Jabba's palace.
Gosh, yeah.
Yeah, so let's start with our Imperials.
I only have one.
There's only a couple, but the first one of the movie is actually, for me, is an Imperial officer.
I would agree.
And it's just in the wording. So we have the very scared officer addressing Lord Vader when he comes to the Death Star, saying, Lord Vader, this is an unexpected pleasure. It's definitely not a pleasure. He is not getting joy
He is not
out of the
happy.
fact Vader
Nope,
is
very
there.
much agree.
His face is pure fear, if we're going to go off of those facial cues, with the eyes wide and his lips being kind of drawn back and taut.
Yep.
He's very afraid.
Very agree.
Not pleased.
And then the only other Imperial happiness I have is the commander inside the bunker when they lie and say that they need more help. The battle's over, Commander. The rebels are fleeing into the woods. And he goes, excellent. Send 3 squads to help.
Yes.
That's like he's happy there.
Yes.
And that's the only other instance of an Imperial that I have.
Same.
That's happy.
Same. Which, that makes sense. We don't spend a ton of time with the Imperials as a whole in this movie.
And they're also, and whenever we do,
It's fear.
the whole system is built on fear. That's what fascism is.
Yeah.
That's why we're fighting it.
Yeah. So let's do a nice deep dive
Into Jabba's palace.
Into Jabba's palace. Our first,
So
basically, third of the movie.
Are we going to break it? So I would say we should just go through it. Instead of breaking it up by character, we should just go by each instance.
Yeah, I think, let's just kind of talk through how it happens in chronological order.
Yep. Okay.
There's a lot going on.
There's too much going on. Okay.
So when our first scenes at Jabba's palace, R2 and C-3PO come and have the hologram.
Oh, I have one before that.
Oh, you do?
I have a couple before that.
Then please go.
So I have the spider monk laughing at C-3PO and R2-D2 when they get first enter the door. Like he goes like as he pulls the eye pulls back.
Oh, okay.
And because like they're like, hey, we've got these things, and he's just like, there you go, hunky, and then pulls his head back, the eye back.
Interesting.
And then I call him a spider monk because I know the Legends version of it, and we see him in the background when they're walking through. But there's that. Then I also have Bib Fortuna smiles when R2 mentions a gift. He wants to not bother Jabba with it.
I didn't see a smile there.
Okay, I got him that he's like, let's just not bother Jabba, eh? There's a gift, eh? Just give it to me. And then 3PO is like, well, he's being very stubborn, I'm sorry. And that's when Bib Fortuna goes like, fine, come.
Sure.
Okay.
But then Bib brings our droids down to Jabba, and the R2 plays Luke's hologram, and Jabba laughs at it.
Yep. That he wants to bargain for Han's life.
Yeah. So Jabba's just like, who are you, you flea, to try to talk to me?
Yep. And then your favorite character.
Yes, I love Salacious Crumb, and Alex hates that I love Salacious Crumb.
I hate that character. He's so creepy.
I love him so much.
He has scared me since my child.
I find him maniacally adorable. But Salacious Crumb laughs at C-3PO and R2-D2 when they are given his gifts.
At the end of the message, yep.
Mm-hmm. So I would say that's pure Schadenfreude, that Salacious Crumb is getting joy at the expense of others.
I mean, I would say most of this is Schadenfreude. Jabba's unhappy that Han is there. Like, he's happy that Han's unhappiness.
Mm-hmm.
I then have Bib Fortuna smirking when telling Jabba that Luke is no Jedi.
Okay.
And goes, he's no Jedi.
Okay.
And then I have all of Jabba's court laugh when we see Han in Carbonite.
Yeah, Jabba says that he likes Han.
Right where he is.
Right where he is, and everybody laughs at that.
And then I also include Salacious Crumb laughs again, and Jabba laughs again.
Yes.
As two separate instances away from the court, but yes.
So yeah, you're laughing at the joke, but then you're also laughing at Han's expense in this case.
Who is?
The court.
Oh, the court, yes.
Yeah, they're laughing at Jabba's joke, but then that's also at Han's expense.
Yes, sorry, I thought you were saying like the audience was laughing, and I'm like, we're not laughing, we're sad.
No, exactly.
Okay, yes. Then we have the good song.
I have one before that.
Okay, because I have Jabba dancing during that song.
Yes, but I still have an instance before that.
Okay.
So we have R2-D2 and C-3PO be brought down to the droid coordinator. And I have the droid boss happy that C-3PO is an interpreter because he says, splendid. We have been without an interpreter since Jabba got mad at our last one.
Splendid.
Splendid.
I missed that wording because I was like, I don't know what you're writing down. Like,
because it's hard because the droid's voice is very monotone and there is no body language.
I got no.
But I took that splendid of like, okay, good. You are serving a purpose. We need one of these. And so I got joy from the droid boss.
That makes more sense. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree.
All right. And then I have...
And Jabba is actually dancing.
Yes. And again, we watched the regular version. So there's no Jedi rocks and weird CGI. It's the Max Rebo band as it should be.
Yep.
Jabba dances, and he has a small little smile as he's
dancing.
grooving to that good music.
Then Jabba's court is also dancing and mingling.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have more Schadenfreude because I have that Jabba's court is happy and excited to watch Ula die to the Rancor.
Yep. Because they get their entertainment.
Yep.
It really sucks.
Mm-hmm. Really unfortunate.
Yeah. Then we have Leia come in with Chewbacca, and I have Jabba laughing when bounty hunter Leia threatens with a thermal detonator, saying, this bounty hunter's my kind of person, or my kind of scum.
Yep,
yeah.
Exactly. Nope, that as well.
So, I guess just that found kinship, I don't know.
I think it's, again, the Schadenfreude of, like, he sees his court cower, and he's like, ha, 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 ha. He's my kind of scum. He's making jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Ha, ha, ha.
Then I have a question mark next to my next one.
Okay.
So after bounty hunter Leia and Jabba agree, we see Boba Fett give a small nod.
That's not happiness.
That's just like of approval and respect. Yeah. Okay, that's what I wanted to.
There's no, like I don't there's not enough there. Again, he's masked. Like there's,
And it's a very small nod.
it's a very like it's a nod. It's like all right, respect. Like that's like if we consider respect happiness.
No,
yes,
to me
but,
that's
like,
too
that's
separate.
Not, it's two different things.
Okay. But yep, I just wanted to write that down because sometimes nodding can be that positive joy body language.
Correct, but usually it's in like you usually have like a smile or something with it,
Right.
like to help. But when we don't with his
mask.
I then have Jabba laughing at Han escaping carbonite.
Yes.
As I mentioned earlier, of like Han laugh. He's like, I know that laugh.
Right. And he's laughing because he's like, oh, you thought you could pull one out from under me.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I have Jabba laughing at his own joke, saying that Han is Bantha
I have Salacious Crumb laughing at the Bantha joke.
I also have Salacious Crumb laughing at that, but I have Jabba laughing at himself, and then I also have Jabba's court also laughs at that joke too. Yep.
And then I have Salacious Crumb laughing again at Leia's disgust for Jabba.
And being caught. Yep.
Yeah, so that's pure Schadenfreude. Yep. And so I will say I had a little bit of a moment of, like, existential crisis is kind of a big thing to put on this, but I had a moment of reckoning in watching this. I'm like, God.
He's a terrible person.
All of his laughter is Schadenfreude.
Yeah.
I'm like, what does that say about me if I love
his laugh?
Salacious Crumb?
Yeah, I'm not trying to say anything bad about you, babe. But that's been my thought. Like, you're like, I love the little critter. Like, he's so happy when everyone's in pain. He's so mean.
But he's cute and I love his laugh. So
you just need to find another.
I had that moment and I was like, oh.
You just need to find
a Korkian monkey lizard. You did give me that one from Galaxy's Edge.
But that's him.
Or like the little plush.
I know, that's him.
Well, we can pretend that's not. He's not the only tan little plush monkey out there.
He's the only one. Mandalorian, they're all a different color. So
I don't know. So listeners, what do you think? Am I wrong for liking Salacious Crumb or am I okay in liking Salacious Crumb?
Yeah. We're not going to yuck anybody's yum here, so of course you're fine. But let us know what you think. Do you like him or do you think he's weird and mean?
Yeah, let us know what you think.
Which side you're on. All right, I then have Jabba laughing at Luke trying to Jedi mind trick him.
Yes. Laughs at the demands.
Yep, and then I have Jabba laughing again at Luke being sent to the Rancor pit when he hits the button.
Yes, the whole crowd gets excited.
I mean, they get excited, yes, and that's why I have the Jabs. They're to me, they don't get excited until we see the Rancor. Like, to me, Jabba laughs as he hits the button and like is moving forward over the trap door versus everybody else is like, ooh, they're getting in close. And then when you see the Rancor, that's when they all get excited. And then, I have Salacious Crumb laughing again. And then the way that with Court, I wanted to point out, especially with this and seeing the Rancor, there's laughing, there's fist pumping, and there's also two yahoos.
Yeah.
So, and then I have Jabba laughing after the Gamorrean is eaten.
I missed that.
Yep. So when the Gamorrean's eaten, he's laughing. And then, what do you have next? That's the end of the Rancor pit.
I have Salacious Crumb laughing when Jabba says they will be put to death.
Yep. At the announcement of their execution.
Yes.
Yep.
Then Luke threatens Jabba, and Jabba laughs in response.
Yep. Agreed. And then I have Jabba, and they're now at the Sarlacc pit. Jabba and his court all laugh at Luke's final threat.
Yeah, free us or die. Yeah.
And then an interesting one, I have the crowd cheer as Luke jumps off the skiff.
Oh, I missed that.
Like he does there because they're cheering as he jumps off because they're excited to see him jump, but they don't realize that he does his backflip back onto the ship. But they cheer as he jumps off because they're like, we're about to see him die.
Okay. No, I missed that. But a lot of Schadenfreude at Jabba's palace.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed.
Talk about a hive of scum and villainy.
Yeah, that's the hive, not Mos Eisley.
Yeah. That was a lot.
That was a lot.
That was a lot of joy.
A lot of joy.
And it's
a lot of it was not nice joy.
Well, yeah, you talked about Schadenfreude with the bounty hunters and the Emperor.
And the Emperor. Like, that's a lot of that.
And a lot of the joy we talked about for our rebels, both, kind of the big picture good guys and our trio, was relief of like, I didn't die here.
Yep.
Great.
Very much agree. Yeah.
Which is a very valid form of joy, but it's not like the pure joy that we see at the end of the movie.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, very different kinds of joy.
Yeah.
Well, that was exciting.
That was.
So we are going to do one more episode on the original trilogy. If you tune into us for Star Wars Podcast Day on February 7th, we're going to do a wrap-up episode talking about joy throughout the original trilogy before we move on to joy in the prequels.
As a heads up, we're going to talk a lot about Schadenfreude. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
I want to talk about it. So Sarah doesn't know. I'm just announcing this is what we're going to talk a lot about.
Yeah. So we're going to do a wrap-up episode on joy in the original trilogy. And then we'll move on to the prequels.
Yes. Yeah, we'll start off with the prequels. Let us know what you thought of this episode. Let us know what you think of Return of the Jedi. Do you think there's a lot of joy in it? Do you think we saw too much joy? Do you think we saw too little? Did you see it as Schadenfreude and in the joy, the happiness in the joy, in the pain of others? Or did you think there was actual joy? What do you think about Palpatine? Is he a happy character?
Yeah.
I struggle to see him as a happy character, but he was very happy throughout this movie in our definition of happy. So let us know on our Instagram threads, Blue Sky. We are Feeling the Force Pod, Feeling Force Pod, and then Facebook as well, Feeling the Force Pod. You can also send us a good old-fashioned email at feelingtheforcepod@gmail.com.
You can check out our website at feelingforcepod.com.
And then you can also buy any of our T-shirts, stickers, anything. They're mostly our other podcasts, but we have a few
Feeling the Force
items on our TeePublic and Redbubble websites. Yeah, please take care of yourselves out there. Be safe, but also remember to fight the Empire. And always remember,
your focus determines your reality.
Your focus determines your reality.